And then finally, I told y'all the Falcons were going undefeated in the division. I thought we were going to go 12-5, 11-6, but obviously that's not going to happen because we tricked off some games earlier because Arthur Smith is a fool. But we beat the Saints. Thank goodness. 24-15. That defense held the Saints out of the end zone. They did not score a touchdown. They scored 5 field goals. This was the Thanksgiving game. It was the 50 years of Atlanta hip-hop celebration, and everybody was lit, including my man, Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is the funniest guy in the NFL, by far. So Atlanta had Ludacris drop out of the top. They had everybody. They had T.I. walk out the team. They had Big Boy and J.I.D. and everybody.
We did not need Ludacris dropping from the sky. Sorry.
It was fire though. And as Jameis liked it, and then you had Quavo at the top of the dome on the skywalk. You had everybody. It was a fire. You had Jeezy perform. You had everybody there except for Lil Jon. It was fire. I don't know. I'd have laughed so hard. Let's look at Jameis going off. It be Mo dead.
Jameis just slapped him on the back of the neck. He better than him, bro.
Jameis was trying to get him. Yeah, Jameis needs to start. Jameis was trying to get Derek Carr going, and this is what Derek Carr did. He ended up throwing a pick six to Jesse Bates as they were going to score. And that defense played well, and Jesse Bates had a 92-yard interception return for a touchdown that kind of took some of the wind out of the sails of the Saints, as well as that Falcons defense was hitting. It was hitting hard. They got Chris Olave, who was it was Chris Olave against everybody else. And Chris Olave, they knocked him out of the game with a concussion. I saw when they did it too. They body slammed him to the ground. They said, "No, sir. Get well soon." And
See
Jesse
next
Bates,
season, big dog. Oh no, we played him again at the end, huh?
Yeah.
But either
Jesse
way,
Bates may be the best free agent signing of the offseason. I don't know. I get off the top of my head that I can think of. I don't
for sure
really
for the
see
Falcons.
anybody.
I mean, hell, let's be real. This is the second or third game he didn't want us.
Yeah, he beat the Panthers. Remember, he had 2 picks against the Panthers.
Oh, and he had like 12 tackles this game. He went bonkers.
Yep. And the defense, I'm not going to lie to you, with this game, the defense had to win the game because Arthur Smith was doing stupid plays like this. If you're looking and you play football, and you can see the arrow right here. The arrow, this is the center. It goes center, guard, tackle. Sometimes tight end. This is the center. This is the left guard. This is the right guard. This is the left tackle. There is a giant missing person on the right side of the offensive line because he decided to put our right tackle in an unbalanced line to the left tackle, and we look like we run into wing T. This would be cool if you ran to the left side of the line. You know what he did instead? He ran the option to the right side against the unblocked defender. And we ended up, I was like, yo, if y'all have a chance, go follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram.
Follow me.
There is a thread that says Falcons Saints, my reactions. My first comment was this play. I said, fire Arthur Smith. Because this is the dumbest thing I have seen other than running a reverse on the 2-yard line to your tight end. I don't understand what he's thinking here. I think the Falcons defense should be like the Steelers defense and be upset and get everybody out of there. If you don't fire this man, I will. Somebody has got to go because Arthur Smith is an awful coach. He's getting worse by the week. It's like he's succumbing to the pressure and the nerves. He's getting worse and worse and worse. There's no way you thought this play was going to work. No tackle? You run to the side with no tackle?
I don't have a good answer for him.
It is not one.
Really.
Sorry. I don't want to look at that shit no more. Go ahead.
And he frustrates me because he's another one that reinforces bad behavior. We played a terrible game. We should have lost the game. The only thing that really helped us out was the Saints suck.
And he did feed the
outside
ball
of
to
that-
Bijan. He finally fed the ball to Bijan.
But not nearly enough. You want to know why? Because we had to have Desmond Ridder in the game who can't barely complete a pass. Like it's I don't know what to say. We won this game. We
Fire
sucked in this game.
Arthur Smith. I know what to say. I'm gonna say it. They done messed around and said he's gonna be here next year. I'm gonna say it 16 weeks in a row. Unless we win the Super Bowl, which unless I don't know what we got to go. They got to do something. Terry Fontenot, you saved your job because you went and got Jesse Bates. But if you will be on the hot seat next year too, if you don't fire Arthur Smith, if this continues, because Bijan Robinson had 120.
I don't think Terry Fontenot I don't think he has the ability to do that. I don't think that's in his pay grade. I think that's
fire Arthur Smith. He's the general manager.
I don't think that he has the ability to do that.
Then this is a very poorly run organization. If the GM can't fire the coach, the GM can hire the coach. Why the GM can't fire the coach? That's poorly run.
Did he hire? Yeah, I think that's
they hired him and then they hired Arthur Smith.
I think that's a package deal. I don't think either one of them has any say about the other one. Just to be completely honest, I think that's a Arthur Blank decision only.
Well, let me tell you something right now. If there's anything I learned in corporate America, you better cover your ass. CYA. Sell that man up the river because he is anchoring down your ship, brother. Cut him loose. Let him go.
Way up the river too, boy.
He got to go. Listen, he's got to go. Because, look, man, I will say Arthur Smith one thing he can do is run the ball. And I was screaming in here, why does Algier only have 2 rushes for 7 yards? And I like Cordero Patterson. I love that they were playing well, but there's no reason that we shouldn't rush for 250 to 300 yards a game. You have 3 backs. Cordero Patterson was killing the Saints. He was killing the Saints in the first half. Algier, I kind of see what Arthur Smith was doing. He kind of used him as the closer, right? You had Bijan, who was electric. You use as your every down back, but when you needed somebody to like take their will, he put in Algier, and Algier was playing pretty well. But at the end of the day, see what I mean? This is in the fourth quarter to like seal the game and get the field goal for Coup. Algier basically got all his stuff in the fourth quarter. If you play all 3 of these dudes, I'm not showing that guy, he's trash. But if you play all 3 of these guys and go get a quarterback, in the first quarter, oh my God, on the first drive, Kyle Pitts had 1 catch for 11 yards. I said, oh my God. The next play, Drake London, 1 catch for 20 yards. I said, oh, here we go. You know, Kyle Pitts ended up with at the end of the game, 2 catches for 20 yards. I said, man, we ain't throw him the ball no more. We ain't throw him the ball no more.
He's going to get away from us, and I'm going to be upset because we shouldn't do that, but we don't have another answer.
Well, apparently we tried to trade
because
I'm pretty sure he already told y'all I'm not resigning. Try trading to the Bengals, but they didn't turn in the paperwork on time.
I don't have an answer, but I wouldn't come back. Why would you come back to this? It's ghetto here. Real ghetto. No thanks.
It is. So
wish y'all the best of luck. Yeah, hey, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm not wasting any more of my time or my career with you guys. You guys stink.
It's not even you guys, because the team is good. The team is good enough.
I'm lumping y'all together, bro. Y'all figure this out together. Or don't.
So we ended up getting a win. I think we're going to end up winning the division. We are in first place. Sneaky. It feels great to be in first place South. I mean, we're 5-6. It is what it is. Next week we play. Who do we play next week? Let's see. I pull it up real quick. Next week the Falcons play. At the New York Jets. That's gonna be another 9-3 game. or whatever. The Falcons, because we do defend the run well, and the Jets can only run the ball. This is a team that is mirrored. You have two teams that can't throw, they're terrible quarterbacks, a lot of talent, and they're just gonna run the ball. That's all it is. So I hope we beat the Jets. It's at New York. I think it'll come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes, and I hope we win. But I don't have no faith in Desmond Ridder. And we're going with Desmond Ridder. I don't have no faith in Arthur Smith. And we're going with Arthur Smith. We do have this easiest schedule outside of the Jets. I think we play the Saints again, the Bucks again, the Panthers again, and then we play like another terrible team the week after that. So we should be able to do something. And I hope that we end up going 9-6, but I doubt it.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Can we get an update on Taylor Heineke? I mean, just,
Well, they said no matter what, they've committed to Desmond Ridder. He is the starting quarterback going forward.
I think that there is a high propensity that he is he's shell shocked against the Jets.
In Chicago and Indianapolis. That's all we got. The Jets, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Indianapolis, Chicago, and New Orleans. We should win all those games.
If you ain't learned nothing by now, just stop saying that. Just stop saying it.
Yeah, because all my teams do that, including the Hawks.
Every time we say it, it just makes it worse because we know it. It's not like we don't know it, Reggie. We said the same thing last year. We say the same thing. I'm starting to feel like Pinky in the Brain, and we just do the same shit. And then every year we have this plan, and then it just falls apart. But it ain't really nothing we could do. Same thing here, man. I just want Taylor Heineke to be healthy. And when things go left, put him in the game.
I will say we had a Van Jefferson side in this game. He had a couple clutch catches.
I think he's a decent pickup. I like to have him back next year. At least Scotty Miller, you can go, but I think Van Jefferson for a late edition, he came in and did more than
he lost that game,
which we had in the whole season.
Tennessee, he dropped that ball. No, that would have got us to the win.
I wish he had been there for camp. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I wish we didn't need to sign him.
You play receiver because we were trash. You're just gonna drop one. You're gonna drop an unfortunate one. I'm mad, but I'm also, it ain't the end of the world for me either. I want a guy who we can count on. Like that's what means the most to me.
Yep. But y'all stay tuned. We will be right back. 30 seconds. We appreciate you tuning in. Remember, like, follow, subscribe. We'll be right back with our final segment of tonight, the basketball segment. Y'all stay tuned. But let's talk about the Hawks, man. So the Hawks, the last 4 games last week, we played the Pacers, the Nets, the Wizards, and the Celtics. The Pacers was the play-in tournament game. The Nets and the Wizards were home games, I believe. No, they were on the road, and then we went to the Celtics. We went 2-2. I said we needed to go 3 out of – I wanted us to win 3 out of 4 in this game, in this run. I think we could have won 3 out of 4. And beats at the whole fourth quarter, and it was up by 44. And they won by 44. The most disappointing loss or the most disappointing game out of this one was the Pacers. The Pacers, we were up by 21 points in the first half. We scored 80 points in the first half.
86
points, and we lost. And the thing about this game is we were up by 21 points at halftime. By the end of the third quarter, by the midway through the third quarter, the game was tied. Now, we played bad defense. The whole team played bad defense. But I will say the Pacers got they got so hot that they were hitting fall away 3-point shots at the buzzer contested. Like, they were playing out of they were hitting shots. Halliburton just decided he is the best point guard in the game right now. I mean, Steph Curry, I guess, because he's technically a point guard, but Steph's a shoot guard. But in terms of controlling and running a team right now, Halliburton is it. And you couple that with bad defense, and the Pacers beat the Hawks. They beat the Hawks. They just beat us. We gave that game away.
So I watched this game. I think I watched all of these games, beginning to end, specifically the Pacers game. I was watching the game, and we could not miss. We hit every shot worth shooting. We shot from everywhere. Bucket. Everybody had a bucket. Bucket. And, you know, I'm in the group chat talking to you guys the whole time. So I asked y'all, I'm like, hey, man, it's halftime. We up 86. We got 86 points at halftime. I think that I should be excited.
They got 73.
But that's exactly what I said. But they got 73 points. And then the next question was, are we going to have to play any defense? And after that, that was the end of it. Now, I will tell you, as much as, and I'm trying to be a more resigned Atlanta Hawks fan this year, I have questions about the leadership. I have questions about, I'll be very honest, I have questions about coaching, and I have questions about the strategy. But I'm just trying to go along with it to see how it plays out and stay optimistic. With that said, the Pacers are a more annoying team than us. They play less defense. They're
the worst defensive team in the league. Worst defensive team in the league.
They just let you that they think that, hey man, we're gonna outscore you. I hate that strategy. I hate the strategy for the NBA. I wish they would stop doing it for whatever reason. That's just the game plan that everybody has now. So it is what it is on that. That is infuriating to me, but I'm stuck. I don't have a good answer for that. But I don't know what to expect out of this team. I feel like if we play against a team that can make buckets, we're going to lose. Our only strategy is to just outscore you. We don't even consider playing defense. And I don't think that that's going to win us a ton of games for sure. And I don't think that doesn't make me feel good as far as the playoffs. The other issue is what's our record again, Reggie?
500, 8-8.
Where were we at all season last year, Reggie?
500, 41-41.
So now we went the whole last season, the most mid team in NBA history. We never got above 2 games above or 2 games below 500. Now we're 16 games, which is damn near the first lap of this season, and still 500. We fired Nate for this?
Well, yeah, Nate had to go because he wouldn't play Jalen. But
it's the same. Like, you're right. But it's 6 on one, half a dozen on the others. The result is the same.
So what I'm noticing about the Hawks, and specifically there's one person that I notice who they get more flustered and out of the game faster than any other person I've seen, is DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter in this game got 2 quick fouls. And when DeAndre Hunter, I listened to Locked On Hawks podcast, shout out to Brad Rowland. I listened to a lot of podcasts about the Hawks and about stats specifically. When DeAndre Hunter gets 2 quick fouls, 2 or more quick fouls, he is no good for the rest of the game. He had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, was minus 11, and had the worst third quarter I've seen of a Hawks player in a long time. He bounced back against the Nets. He bounced back against the Wizards. He played decently against the Celtics. But you are supposed to be our defensive stopper. That's why you got the money. You didn't get the money to score. We got scoring. We got Trey, who's going to take the shots. Who, quietly as kept, has gotten better. He tied for the team lead in steals. And it was actually only a -2 in this game with Halliburton going crazy. You know what you get with DeJounte Murray, Mr. Consistent. If he's having a bad offensive game, he's gonna give you good defense. If he's having good defense and good offense, good luck, right? Jalen Johnson, Mr. Consistent, 17-8, 17-8, 18-10. Good night, 24-12. He gonna get that to you because he's just hyper. He's a hyper basketball player. Bogey gonna give you whatever it is, whatever part of the game, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. He's gonna give you 15 minutes of just stellar shooting. It's gonna be stellar. Everybody else got to get in line. Capella missing the bunnies. Okongwu is starting to fall into that realm of not knowing what he wants to be. He's getting good enough to get an outside shot, but he's not quick enough to be a 4, but he's not tall enough to be the 5. He's in that middle. Even in this game, Quinn Snyder didn't put him at the 5. He put Jalen at the 5 to end the game. You remember that? Which we've been wanting Jalen to play the 3. But one thing Quinn Snyder cannot do, and then I'm going to digress this to you for the rest of it because I did not see the loss to the Celtics game, even though we played pretty well from what I see. Quinn Snyder has to figure out a way to. I love Sadiq Bey. I love Bogey. They cannot be on the court at the same time. Not without everybody else playing defense. Sadiq Bey was a turnstile. It's gonna sound bad, but they took turns on you, big dog. Pause if necessary. All they did was isolate you, and it was Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and they just took turns, and it was over with.
Oh, throw Trey in there. Then put Trey, Sadiq, and Bogey out there. You think we watching the All-Star game? And they're not even attempting to stop anybody.
But Trey actually has played better defense this year. He actually ripped Halliburton at the end of the game. Trey's messed up. His free throw, his clutch free throws have just gone through the shitter. But finish what you were saying.
For me, well, I mean, but I'm saying that lineup, them 3 out there, you're not even slowing anything down. That's the reason. And now it's crazy that I used to be mad about 30-point quarters. Now I got to be more concerned about 40-point quarters. Like,
we're at a point 39, now, 46, and 38.
That's the reason. Well,
you look like USC out there. You just got to hold us for half a quarter, and you beat us.
You know, hey, if you can get one bad shooting quarter out of us, you're going to beat us. Mm-hmm. And that's the reason that this team is in flux. The first thing I want to say is DeAndre Hunter is going to be traded. He's the next person to go.
Oh, yeah.
This team can't continue to be 500, and he's really the only person left to trade. You can't trade Clint because
you could package him and get a center back, but then who do you get as the backup 3?
That's the reason, to me, I'm taking a step back. It's because this team doesn't really make sense to me. This team doesn't have like a direction. I mean, I guess the identity is just score a bunch of points, but that can't be your game plan. Is just score a bunch of points and that's it. We never figured out the Clint Okongwu situation. We really don't have an answer about Jalen Johnson versus Sadiq Bey. We know we can't pay Sadiq Bey because that's going to put us in the luxury tax.
And we keep playing Wes Matthews over AJ Griffin, which makes 0 sense. I was so excited when he played in the first quarter, and then he got sick, so he didn't play the last couple games. But Brooklyn, we won that game. It was a back-to-back. I'm proud we won that game on a back-to-back after having a 300-point game against basically a track meet. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we had nobody to stop Mikal Bridges. We had nobody to stop Canton. That's what has been. I don't know about Boston. I don't know how that game went because I missed it. I was driving back from Thanksgiving break. But every game that I've watched, we've had the lead. And we had a big lead. We've had 10 points, 15 points, 20 points. And then...
Hey, don't forget about that Celtics game. There's no Kristaps in that game.
I didn't know that. But yeah, but that game was out of hand early. I mean, they were up by 16 at halftime. We cut it
But
to
what
8.
I'm saying,
We didn't score above 30
like,
points.
We're not playing. We're not hurt. Nobody on that team like down bad. We're playing full strength against the team.
Nope.
Minus
Jalen Johnson got hurt. Remember?
Third.
Jalen Johnson got hurt against the Wizards, right?
Maybe. But I think that we're going to be 500. I'm going to tell you why. Because I think the bad teams we're going to beat.
Yeah.
So those teams are the Pistons, Warriors, Bulls, Hornets, Raptors, Nets. And I think the good teams we're going to lose to: the Celtics, Bucks, 76ers, Heat, Knicks, Pacers. I think that the Magic, the Cavs, and us are somewhere in the middle. Those are the games we have opportunity to steal. Outside of that, this team is what we thought they were. It's a 500 team that plays no defense.
What's sad about this is
everything.
I don't know if the defense is so bad that Trey looks better or if Trey has gotten better on defense. But his on-ball defense and his communication, I've watched, has improved.
It
really a lot compared to how bad he was. But it seems like, again, Saddiq Bey, like, you need to play him as the shooter. I mean, now on offense, he plays really, really good because he had 10 rebounds. He rebounds like a beast. But his defense is just awful.
He has to go, Rick.
He needs to stand in the corner. And they just isolate him. That's all the Pacers did was isolate Bey the whole second half. They did it the whole second half.
There is no future for Saddiq Bey in Atlanta because we're not going to go into. If you're telling me that you're willing to go into luxury tax for Saddiq Bey and not John Collins, then I know that we have the stupidest group of people in the world. And if you're not going to go into the tax for him, then you need to move. Like, you're going to move him. My thing is,
I expect us to be active at the trade deadline. I expect it.
I mean, unfortunately, we need Hunter is probably going to have to go. I mean, I
don't know who you go get though. I don't know who you go get because you need every player that you go get. You need a defensive player. You need a defensive wing to pair along with Jalen Johnson. That's what you need. You need a defensive wing. I don't know what defensive wing you go get.
I don't know who we can.
That's ugly. That's an ugly situation too, Kev. Clippers 3 minutes away from losing with the Nuggets without Joker and Murray. That's an ugly situation.
And I mean, like, I would say maybe like Patrick Williams. I think he needs I think he needs to change the scenery, but he don't want some money. His contract is up.
Yeah.
Now
he wants foolish
money.
money.
I don't know. Yeah. So he wants foolish money, and he would need to take a DeAndre Hunter pay cut. I think that he's only worth maybe 3 years.
There's no way I pay Patrick Williams what I pay DeAndre Hunter. Ain't no way.
That's the reason I said he needs to take a pay cut. I'm talking about maybe 3 years, $45 million. Hunter is like
36.
No. Hunter's not that high. Hunter's like 20.
I'm talking about Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams has no offensive game. Nothing. He can't shoot. He can't dribble. He can't do nothing.
He can shoot a little bit. A
little bit get you 3 years, $36 million.
I agree. But he also plays defense. That's the difference. He plays defense.
Yeah.
But we right back to where we were last season. I'm just coasting along to see what we're gonna do here, man. We 4-6 in the last 10. I'm gonna see how it plays out.
I think you probably go look at training. We got the Cavs, Spurs, and Bucks, but before we leave that trade conversation, I think you might go look at teams that have a bevy of wings. Detroit may be a team you go look at. I don't know if they're good.
What you gonna get?
I mean, the Thompson twin is obviously out of there. He's not gonna be good. Cade Cunningham.
Oh, little robot, untouchable.
Cade Cunningham is probably one of those dudes that they're trying to build around. Everything after that, I think is you could probably go poach something.
What else do you want?
OKC, although they look like you just said they're not trying to get rid of nobody.
They're the only person who they can get rid of has a problem on the horizon right now. Now, do I think that Josh Giddey would be interesting for us? Sure. But
not Josh Giddey. The person I'm talking about that you go look at, I don't know how tall he is though, because he really would have to play the 3. And I think he's too short. Would be Lou Dort, but he's too short.
Dort's not, he's not an option. That's the reason I'm saying Josh. I would not hate Josh Giddey at that 3 position.
He don't play no defense, do
we? Do you think we care about defense now? He averaged like 12 points. He probably gets you 6 rebounds, and he's going to pass the ball. And he's going to be able to get more shots in our offense than he will in OKC.
Yeah, but no.
Chet got the
why
Chet
you
got
that?
Because Chet has the ball. Jalen Williams gonna shoot his number of shots. Shea gonna shoot a lot of shots. Like right now, yeah, they got where they have 3 players in front of him. We only have 2. It would be Trey, it would be DeJounte, and then it would be Giddey. But Giddey also gonna pass the ball. So,
or I mean, you Hunter, can make a play for a team.
Hunter's not giving us the defender we wanted anyway. So I mean,
the person that you go get that you possibly can go get, but it's gonna take an overpay to do it is OG Anunoby. He's the perfect fit right now for what we need at the 3. You put Jalen Johnson at the 4, Okongwu at the 5. OG Anunoby is it, and I believe he's time for a contract, but he's at $18 million a year though, so that would go up. But I would trade Sadiq Bey and Hunter for OG and a pick or 2. Like I would do that. I think the Raptors are in flux enough to do that. I think. But we gonna see.
I don't think that. I mean, I don't know if that's enticing to me. If I'm Toronto, that's not enticing to me. You gonna replace Hunter with OG? All right, so I get
contract. You get him under contract. OG's gonna want money, and they got Grady Dick now, who plays the 2-3 because he's 6'6", so he plays the 2-3. So you're gonna have a log jam either way, and if they were gonna pay OG, they would have paid him already. There's no sense in waiting until his contract is up to pay him.
We both 2 teams that are that have no direction. The Raptors have less direction than we do. I will say that.
Scotty Barnes
as unhappy as I am about the way that our team is going, they don't even know who the best player on that team is.
I do. Scotty Barnes.
Oh, you're right. I forget about Scotty because you trying to figure out what to do with OG
and they got to pay him too. Matter of fact, he's averaging 19, 9, and 6 on 47% shooting.
Paid
19, 9, and 6 on 47% shooting.
If they're smart, they move OG. They move
Siakam,
Pascal,
keep OG.
Let them both go, and then just this Scotty, this your team.
Can you imagine Scotty and OG though at the wing with like rest scores? That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But we could sit here and talk about this all day long. The Hawks play the Cavs, Spurs, and Bucks next. I don't know. The Hawks are so frustrated. No, I don't, because the Hawks are frustrated enough that we'll beat the Cavs, lose to the Spurs, beat the Bucks. We'll lose to the Cavs, lose to the Bucks, beat the Spurs, or we'll lose all 3, or we'll win all 3. You never know.
The Cavs and the Hawks. We right there together, boy. Let me tell you that, man.
Yeah, we match up pretty well with them, actually.
And we stick together. We like to be extra regular, right next to each other.
Crackhead and a heroin fiend make an ugly couple.
And and we have good games. Sometimes we win, sometimes they lose. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. It's a game. I don't know. I think that
I'm not making no more predictions. You told me to stop doing it. You said, "Hey, stop saying we should win. We should win." That every time. I'm not doing it.
No, that's what the Falcons. The Falcons is different. Falcons is different because
Falcons too. I mean, Hawks too.
You're right. But
thank God for Georgia.
I think that we'll be lucky. I will be lucky to go 2-1. I think it's very realistic. We go
10-9, baby. We're gonna be 10-9 or 9-10. You can guarantee we're gonna be right at 500. Yeah. One up or one down.
Yeah,
bet it.
I think we probably lose to the Cavs, but the Cavs will lose a game too. And I don't know what they're doing, Amani Bates. Don't send him to Atlanta. They love to have him though, boy, because he can shoot. But we got AJ Griffin, won't let him shoot.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what we're doing because I don't know what Quinn Snyder wants to do. Well, I do know. He keeps talking about defense, and then we
shoot threes. You know what I'm talking about? I want to shoot more threes. That's what every time he talk, we need to shoot more threes. And I'm like, are you on dope?
Bro, we shooting 33s a game. that's an 8 a quarter.
And we don't have threes have to come with long rebounds. You shoot from far away, the ball is gonna go far. We don't have enough rebounders.
We don't.
I don't know though, man. But that's the reason I'm a spectator this year. I'm gonna sit back and I'm going along with the ride.
But, ladies and gentlemen, at hour number 4, minute number 14, we have come to the end of episode 130 of the Splashcast. It is 1 a.m. and we still got 7 viewers in the audience. Shout out to the Dive team. We appreciate y'all. Hey, we need to go. I don't even know. There's nobody we can get from there. Go get Rui, maybe.
No, what happened to Cam last week? Cam Reddish was the answer to all their problems.
Got cooked today. I got to go back and probably watch the YouTube 10-minute replay.
He not on the roster. He might be hurt.
Yeah, he might be hurt because he hit the game-winning shot not too long like last week. So I don't think they'll cut him that fast.
Won't play Monday. Oh, sheesh. 3rd straight game. Dang, that sucks. Yeah. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We have cleared out football playoff on the way. This will be the final football playoff with 4 teams. So
final Pac-12 championship. Yep. This is a whole bunch of finals.
In the Pac-12 as we know it. So yeah. If we're gonna end a bunch of historic stuff, it's gonna take a little bit longer. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Always remember, of course, Monday Night Raw every Monday. There will be a Splashcast, maybe a 48-pack, but probably a 36-pack. You know, the holidays, people not releasing a ton of music. And then, of course, we'll be back for Saturday, doing Saturday morning live, closing out the season. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Number one, more Black baseball, more Black. Number 2, more Black cowboys and cowgirls. And then number 3, the historically Black college university you went to, your cousin went to, your auntie went to, the person used to sit in the back of church, eat candy, get in trouble. Your mom be like, hey, y'all stop playing in the back of church. Send some money to their school, their HBCU. Historically Black college university in your neighborhood, the one you go to, homecomings, step shows, spring fest, whatever it is. Hopefully you go vote over there too, hell. But send some money over there, support them. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, D. Hampton University. Please send some money over there. We only ask for $18.68 on behalf of the greatest learning institution ever created. They gave me a degree. They gave Reggie a degree. And if you pay them a large sum of money and do all the schoolwork, they may find it in their heart to give you one too. With that said, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We love you guys. Adios, mi amigos. Buenos noches. Hasta luego. Domo abagato, whatever that is. Until we see you again, we love you. There go the confetti.
And before we go, Jordan Poole, Lil Robot threw Jordan Poole's shot into the 7th row. After Jordan Poole hit a little shimmy after shaking one of the defenders, he threw his shot into the 7th row.
Right. Tragic.
All right, man. We love y'all. Peace. We out of here. I'm gonna try to get the ATL version out tomorrow, which is just gonna be us talking about the Hawks and the Falcons. Other than that, Splashcast, whatever pack, 36 pack coming out Wednesday. This will be out for those to review. Probably cut it down a little bit, and then we're gonna release all the other videos on YouTube. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.